in your house, 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 in your house, 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 in your house, 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 in your house, 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 house. In your house, house, house. In your house, 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 house.
Bada boom, realest one in the room. How you doing? I'm a certified G, bona fide stud. You can't teach that, and you are tuned in to IYH.
Hi, this is Isla Dawn, and you're watching In Your House podcast. This is Alexis Littlefoot, the Big Flexer, and this is In Your House.
Yeah. In your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Josh Joseph standing on his decisions. He is the voice. There is no choice. We is them boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast just like cruiserweight action. In your house is the perfect distraction. Bumpers in your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Smooth. What is up, guys? What is cracking? It's the Calm Man, and I'm in your house. And you guys already know the vibes. Anytime we slide on through, we're here to give you that work when it comes to this professional wrestling business. And guys, here we are, running in on that ass on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and now Friday. You guys have been in your house. And we've been in your house giving you guys that content. And we wasn't, you know what? We didn't even have to give you guys an episode today, but we wanted to keep the streak going. It's the eve of America's birthday. 250 years.
Big
250 years of America.
America.
America in the building. Fucking America. And I'm hanging out and spending it with my brother here. And I'm screaming, America! Fuck yeah! With my brother, the voice, Josh Joseph. What is up, brother, man?
We're here to save the motherfucking day.
Yeah!
Doing great. We're here on a Friday. We kept the streak alive. I know fans, you were counting down. You're like, it's past 6. IYH is usually on the air right now. Yeah, we're here at 7. But we're here. I have no clue what we're about to do. The director, the concept himself, Mr. Howse, is in full charge. I just hit the buttons to go live.
Yes.
So I'm ready.
Yes, man. You know, I just wanted, you guys don't understand how pivotal voice is to what In Your House does. And I just wanted to fuck with him today. I just said, you know what? We're going on a ride. He said, let's go on the ride. We're testing him today. We're just rolling. But in all seriousness for a second, I'm excited for so many reasons. And one of the reasons I'm excited, voice, is because just earlier on my social media, I just said fuck it because I wanted to put out something because I think that we are in an opportunity. We are in a spot. When I'm saying I'm talking about In Your House. We are in a spot where I think where I think that we're in a spot to grow, voice. We
I
are in a
believe so.
spot to grow. So I put out something earlier, and you know what? It's already been responded to a couple of times and some really great responses. In Your House is looking to grow because we want to add more creators. We want to add a late night producer. So let me get into that before I get into the little mini episode that we have for you guys. Because me and Voice, we're keeping the streak going, and I got some things to talk about. And we're gonna talk about it, but we're looking for a late night producer, somebody who can help put the shows together and produce the shows. They can also double as a co-host, but I'm saying the people who can press the buttons that Voice press, who can do the things that Voice. Those are big shoes to fill. Those are big shoes to fill. But to produce and put the show and make sure the show comes together seamlessly. It sounds so easy. It looks so easy, but we make it look easy because guys like me and Voice and Kevin, we've been dealing with these type of production aspects, these type of tools for years.
Yeah,
It's not something that you could just hop on and let me just A, B, and C, blah, blah, put it together. That's not how it works. You got to have a creative mind. You got to be able to know the basics of how to use these programs, but then in order to maximize these tools, you have to have a creative mind.
very true.
You have to. Look at all that we put into the production that you see right now on the video version.
Yeah,
That takes a creative mind. So we're looking for a creative mind to help craft these shows in a way that they need to be crafted. We are also looking for 1 to 2 late night guests. Get late night host, that is. We're looking for 1 to 2 late night hosts to come on maybe after a Raw, after a SmackDown, after a Dynamite. And if the show ends at 10, be ready to hop on and go live at 10:15 to talk about what happened, because we are looking for people who can fit that schedule. If we could do it, we would do it.
yeah,
We would do it. But if we could find people who could produce the show, talk about the show at high levels, because Voice, and I'm proud to say it, in your house, we put shows together at very high levels.
yeah.
We put shows together at very high levels. So if you feel like you can match that, if you feel like you have what it takes to dedicate yourself for maybe at most 2 hours of content a week. And when I say that, if you want to do a Monday Night Raw show and do it for 30 minutes talking about Monday Night Raw, that's cool. Dynamite, you want to do it for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, that's cool. SmackDown, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, that's cool. Can you dedicate 2 hours to record and put together? Well, I'll tell you, the producer's going to be putting together more than 2 hours of dedication to the show. I can tell you that much, because we're talking. Look at everything that we have here. If you're looking at the video version, the background, the banners, the music, all of it. I can tell you, if you're going to be the late night producer of In Your House, it's going to take more than 2 hours of dedication a week. But if you're a host and you're just watching wrestling and come on here and be ready to go, it is the producer's job to make sure that you're good to go. You come on here on your computer or whatever, but make sure that the technology is right. We're gonna be asking y'all all this stuff. We're gonna be asking y'all all this stuff. Oh, oh, gee. Oh, OG would be great for a role like that as a late night host for sure. We would need a producer for him, absolutely, but he'd be a great host.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, if we could get OG Tony for that, oh, good lord, man.
Perfect.
I know. The in house is speaking truth. I mean, honestly, we're just looking for that person who fits the in your house mold, and you guys have seen what we do, and you know that, especially if you're here in the chats all the time. Tony, you're already a part of the family. You fit that mold. And we're looking to help others. If you have a podcast out there, we're
Yep.
we're
We
going
will
to
let you come on
highlight
here and
you.
promote it.
Yeah, you are. just because you see IYH everywhere, trust me, there's multiple people we fuck with and we promote their stuff. OG Tony and the Gonzo Sports Room and Wrestling Room, we're high promoters of them.
Oh, love
Emerge
those guys.
Wrestling, we absolutely promote the bejesus out of them when we can. Ricky sends me promo stuff. House is involved in the promotion there. So yeah, we're just looking for those people who fit what we do. And when you can come on and handle outrage when fans end a wrestling show and it doesn't go their way, if you can handle that and be humorous with it, we would love to have you in this household because it's a really cool spot to 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 be and to be creative in.
Yeah, for sure. Voice has been. How long you been here? Voices has been. I think it's been over 2 years now.
Yeah, we've been going over 2 years. Yeah, there was a small break at the beginning of mine because I'll tell you this, I had a hard time fitting in. I had a hard time at the beginning trying to figure out where I fit, and House and Jones guided me and let me know what was good, what was not good, and I took everything they said and built myself. So yeah, I mean over 2 years, but officially 2 years, especially with our House of Heat show that we just had a anniversary with.
We did. It was a great show. We did. But look at voice. Like, there's the thing. This is my intent with people when I bring them under this umbrella. My complete intent is to help you get to where you want to go and help you grow.
Yeah,
So when you come here in your house, yeah, I might not be able to pay you a wage or anything like that, and I'm very upfront about that. I'm very upfront about that. If you think that this is for a wage, I can't do that. I just can't. You know, we try to do what we can to keep this podcast going, which is mostly out of pocket, and we're just upfront, open, and honest about it. But if you want a chance to wiggle around and see what you can do with being a creative mind in content creation and wrestling media, those opportunities, you can find opportunity in your house. That's one thing I can tell you, that I can get you opportunity. I cannot pay you a wage. I'm upfront about that, but I can find you all kinds of opportunity.
that's a
And
hundred percent.
yeah, and it's like OG saying, he says all content creators in your house is a fantastic group of people, and that's because there's a specific mold. There's a
Yeah,
specific mold that we look for. So, yes, we are looking for motivated. We are looking for self starters. We are looking for hustlers. We are looking for creative minds. We are looking for people who have strong opinions and have no problem stating those opinions, and then understanding that sometimes when you state those opinions, you're going to be wrong and you're going to have to stand on that. So, there's a lot that goes into it, and it's a lot more than just buying a mic and a computer and just talking into it. I promise you that much, brother. So, if you
yeah,
think you got what it takes, hit me up, hit Voice up, or find us on the In Your House Facebook page and reach out. I've already had a couple people reach out. So, if you're serious about it, you might want to hop on it because there's already people trying to take those spots, Voice.
yeah, yeah. We already have sit downs set up with some people just to, see where they're at, see what's going on, and it will help if you're out there and you're interested in this and you want to get ahead of the game. Why don't you sit down and record yourself for 1 to 2 minutes talking about a subject? Let us know what makes your mind go, and in that, a lot of us can really feel the vibe from you from that. So if you want to be a part of this team, that yeah, we don't monetary, it's not there, but I've sat down and talked to Sabu, like that was a childhood dream of mine, and it's because of House that I got that opportunity. I've sat down with Bill Alfonso. I've had a moment with the Sandman. These are guys that when I was a teenager going through my teenager shit, I wanted to meet. Ever since then, I never thought it was possible, and House has brought that to me. I mean, We legit had Bill Alfonso hug us and
Yeah,
tell
man.
us what we are doing. It may not pay off tomorrow, but keep doing what we're doing and it will pay off. That's a legend to us. That's somebody who's been in many locker rooms with people that we admire and adore. And he's letting us know that he sees what we're doing. And that's 2 years ago, House. That was 2 years ago.
I know. I know that's crazy. Like it's crazy because I never try to brag about it cuz that's not what I'm about, but I'm going to say it because I want people to understand the gravity of what is being offered out here. Like seriously,
Yeah.
seriously, I want people to understand the gravity of what's being put out there. I have been put in a position to put people in front of names like Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
You know, I've had opportunities to have people, you know, meet Karrion Cross. You know, on we've been on podcasts with Donovan Dijak.
Yeah.
We've I mean, I myself during my solo grinding years, I've interviewed Austin Theory
Yeah.
before he went to WWE. I interviewed Solo Sikoa before he went to WWE.
Yep.
I've interviewed names like Myron Reed and Ace Austin before they signed contracts with AEW. This is not a brag, this is a fact.
Yeah.
I've been in locker rooms and smoked with the Godfather.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say, bro?
Well, and at the end of the day, here's the thing: when House gets those opportunities, if you're a part of the household, you have an extension to that. I've been a part of things that House was involved in that if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be a part of it and I wouldn't have these. Matt Riddle, we go back and watch the interaction we had with Matt Riddle.
One of the
I
best.
nobody else that whole weekend, I guarantee you, had that same reaction with him. And even Enzo with one of our partners with Bryce, like those are moments that people you get to actually tell people about, and they build off of things. I became Sabu's final producer of his show because of what I do here. I
That's
mean,
what
it's possible, man. Like we're not saying it, and like House said, to be the producer, it does require a little more than hosting. But here's the thing: here's a little producer's note. Once you get this system down, it is so
cake.
easy to plug and play and take things in and out that it's not that extra hours. Yes, to get used to it, to feel it out, to know how we do things, that's going to be the extra part. But once you get that down, you're a part of a brotherhood, a family, a household in which if you have a question, we're there to help. I've built, I've put together an AI system just for our website stuff. So like we can create. We just need those people that have that energy.
Yeah, exactly. We need grinders like ourselves that here's the thing. I promise I'm going to leave it at this because we do have a episode that we're going to talk about. But it's not just about doing the podcast or dedicating time to the podcast when it's WrestleMania season,
Yeah.
or we're about a week out from SummerSlam, or it's post WrestleMania and everybody's super high on wrestling. I'm talking about there's going to be times where something crazy happens on some random Saturday on AEW Collision, and we got to talk about it.
Yup.
There's going to be a crazy Dark Side of the Ring episode that everybody's going to talk about, and we got to talk about it. There's going to be, it's not voice. You know it, I know it, OG knows it. Anybody who's dedicated their time, their lives, because bro, I've been doing this content creation thing for over 7 years. I
Yeah.
had a YouTube channel. I did all that stuff and then really locked into the podcast. So I can say that as far as wrestling media, this is my life's work, bro. Like, this is my life's work. Like, building this shit has been my life's work.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just about, oh, well, the biggest awesome thing, fucking WrestleMania, blah, blah, blah. Nah, bro, it's peaks and valleys, and you got to be able to go with those peaks and valleys. Can you stick it out? That's my question. Can you be entertaining? Awesome. Do you have the wrestling IQ and can break everything down? That's great. Do you watch the shows and passionate about the shows? Oh, that's cool too. But here's the biggest thing. Here's the kicker. Can you last?
Yeah.
Is this more than a passing fancy to you? Is it? I'm challenging you. If you want to get on this team, I'm challenging you. Tell me, show voice that this is not just a passing fancy. Let me know you're serious. Let me know that you want to help this team out. Inbox me, inbox voice, or the IYH Facebook page if you think you seriously got what it takes. With all due respect, if you're here just to try to hop on here for a platform for a week or two, get out of my face.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's hit this chat because we got some
Let's hit the chat.
great fans of ours. We got Big Glenn letting people know. People forget Bill Alfonso was a ref. He was in the WWE.
He was, yes.
Yes, he was also ECW's dirtiest ref, who will take a bribe at any moment.
We've seen it so many
Yeah, we got OG Tony. He's dropping in some knowledge because he does what we do. It's a lot of work, but all kinds of fun. I've met the Powers of Pain, Godfather, Mick Foley, Victoria, and more. All the
And all the great independent
wrestlers. Yes, he's Tony. OG Tony's lived a life.
A
This
real
isn't
grinder.
his eulogy or anything, but I'm practicing. But he's done what we do, and he knows the benefits of it. I mean, we're teaming up with these guys, with Gonzo and everybody associated over there weekly. You guys just you have to pay attention to what we're doing. We have QR codes all the time. When OG Tony's on a show, boom, their QR codes up there. You can reach out and talk to them anytime. We have cross collaborations. They
Yep.
run a sports show over there. If you're a part of our family and you have a desire to talk sports, we got friends that will invite you on and you could talk all the sports you want with them.
Yep. We're doing things, y'all.
We're
That's
a
what
network.
we are doing things. We're doing some great work. Not to mention the website is going to be coming up here soon. We have we have international representation that we're locking down. We work with Emerge Wrestling. We're trying to get more partnerships, ad revenue, merch sales. Come on, man. This is a real thing. Hop on this bandwagon. So, okay, let's talk some wrestling, man, because here shortly we're about to have SmackDown on. And even though I know SmackDown was pre taped, we're going to look at it like this and view it like this. This is, in fact, going to be Sami Zayn's first television appearance since becoming WWE champion. And I got to tell you, I have been in a lot of wrestling circles in the last week, including listening to Busted Open, listening to Chris Van Vliet, checking out what people are saying on different pages like the 434 or Dirt Sheet Radio. And the biggest question voice isn't the biggest thought question statement, however you want to look at it, isn't, oh, Sami Zayn is WWE champion, this is exciting. We've quickly got past that. I hate how quickly we've got past that, but we quickly got past that. Now the question is Sami Zayn going to be a transitional champion?
Yeah.
I hate that we're already here. I hate it because we haven't even got a chance to stop and smell the roses. But that's the conversation voice. That is Sami. When's he going to lose the title? Is he going to lose it to Cody? Is he going to lose it to Brock Lesnar on Saturday Night Main Event? Is he going to lose it at SummerSlam? We're already booking him to lose the damn thing, voice. Where are you at with this?
Yeah, I hate it too, but that's the life of a transitional champion. You just there's sometimes even some of my favorite champions of all time, it was great for that moment that you get them to finally be champion, but in the back of your head you do know that it's not going to be long. Benoit, I know I talk about him all the time, but yeah, he was one of them. Uh, the Even Eddie Guerrero, when he got his, in the back of my mind was he's not
When's he
pulling
gonna
off that.
drop it?
Yeah,
When's he gonna drop it? It
and I
was the same thing with Daniel Bryan when
that
he
too.
won it. It was like, oh, I'm so excited, he finally won it. But then everybody was like, oh, he's champion now. When's he dropping it? Can we not enjoy anything?
Yeah, well, that I see exactly where you're at, but I also have to go. That's how we're conditioned, though, through
I get it, I
this
get it, but it's
form
like
of entertainment.
you're right, and you're not wrong, but it's like, bro, they pop WWE finally took a big swing, and it wasn't at a WrestleMania or a SummerSlam. They did it at a Night of Champions. Like everybody, like when you have those moments, it feels like when you have those moments, and it's at a WrestleMania or something. Like if I saw Sami Zayn wrestling for the title at WrestleMania, I'd be like, he's got to win it, right?
Yeah,
He's got to win it. He's not ever going to be in this spot again. So why would you put him in the spot to not win it?
true.
They did it at a Night of Champions where I did not think he was going to win it at all. I didn't think he was going to win it, voice.
Yeah, well, I was there with you. Like I said, I thought something big was going to happen, but I would not have put it being he was going to be champion. I said Kevin Owens was coming back. That's
You
what
did
that
say that. You did say that.
that was my big thought with him. But as as somebody who enjoys the not perfect mold of the idea of a Vince McMahon champion, I like when these guys get their opportunities, and Sammy is doing exactly what me and you talk about all the time, and he's taking his 5 minutes and he is rolling with it. He's got himself a convertible. He puts that title shotgun and he drives down
Loved
interstates
it.
with it. Why not?
Loved it.
He's going on vacation with it. He's doing what Sammy should do when Sammy gets that title. And I I'm with you, man. I don't want to sit here and think about who's going to be taking it off of him. I want to think about who's he going to go up against, and we're going to have great matches. Um, but then again, they could also show us the true underdog, and maybe he wins over some of these guys he's going up against. Maybe he pulls it out, and then it takes somebody like an Oba or somebody coming up who just takes it off of them later on down the line, and maybe we get 3 to 4 PLEs with him as a title, as the champ. I don't think we're going to get that, but I hope because he can tell. We already know Sammy can tell a great story.
Yeah.
Now you've just added an accessory to him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I hate that transitional champion phrasing. It,
I do too, because like, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a serious question, and you can answer it how you answer it. I just want your answer. And you guys in the chat can give the answer too. If you want to get involved, OG, that'd be great. Did you look at Darby Allin as a transitional champion? Seriously. Did you view him as a transitional champion?
no, because of all the title defenses he had. It was a weekly thing with this guy. Like,
Didn't look like a transitional champion to me.
yeah, and I think AEW books their champions way different.
Yeah.
You get title defenses on a random collision. You get them on random dynamites,
Dynamite, yeah.
and they're not like the low card. Like, I don't want to call the TV title a low card, but we did watch a great match between Macho Man and Arn Anderson for the TV title. That was on a Saturday night main event, which at that time Nitro was already taking over the airwaves. Saturday Night Main Adventure B show
Yeah.
at that time,
Yep.
So you're getting big time titles over there defended weekly. And I guess I could see how some people might think of Darby as a transitional champion, but those matches were really good.
They
They were
were
championship matches.
They were great championship matches. And what I really loved about the run is that it challenged our perception of what a transitional champion should be. Because when you think about a transitional champion, what do you think of? Somebody who drops the title in less than a month?
Yeah.
Or somebody who drops the title on their first title defense? What are the parameters of a transitional champion? Is it how long you're holding the title? Is it losing the title in 1 to 2 title defenses? Is it losing it to the person that you won it against? Is it winning? Is it losing it to the person that everybody thought was going to be champion all along? What are the parameters of a transitional champion?
Mm. Yeah, and I think that in this day and age that definitely varies because they don't do it like they used to. Like for me, a transitional champion is if you don't if you don't win in your first big title defense or in your second title defense, they give it to the champ that we knew was going to be the champ all along. The story has been written, things like that. But if you hold it more than two pay-per-views, two PLEs, I think you're kind of out of the discussion of a transitional champion, you know?
I think there's a certain time period that you have to hold the title, but also how many title defenses do you have within that time period too?
Yeah. Because
But
even
but
back
here's the thing though. I'm sorry to interrupt, but also like I just want to add this. Liv Morgan has been women's champion for about 2 months now. No, she won it back in April. So April, May, June. So close to 3 months now, and she hasn't defended the title. Is she transitional?
mm, I I'm going to say no because of her character work
I say
holding the
no.
title.
I don't think
Yeah.
she's even though she's had the title for long enough, but she doesn't have the title defenses behind her. But because of the character that she plays on the show and the importance of the character, she's one of the key elements to Monday Night Raw. I don't think she's a transitional champion.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
We got OG Tony in the chat. His thoughts are when he won the title, him being Darby Allin, he says yes, he did feel like he was going to be a transitional champion, but how he defended it, he says no.
Yeah. I like that.
It's a good answer.
Oh, he's got a question.
It's a good thought. Dare I say yes? I think at his time, Jey Uso was transitional.
I agree with that too because he did not move the needle while having it.
Nope. I,
Sammy's moving the needle without even doing anything,
exactly.
because he won it.
I think with Jay, it was a situation where it was like, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can get out of it. But I think honestly, the Jey Uso character is better. Not let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. I think that the Jey Uso character can reach a different ceiling that doesn't need to have the title involved. He doesn't
100%.
have to he doesn't have to be a WWE champion in order to be one of the most popular guys in the company.
No, no. He Jay Uso is golden right now. He
He's
doesn't.
made right
He's
now.
one of those guys who don't need that title. Now, if you're going to constantly write him into that title picture,
Gonna get a little pushback.
yeah, like then why aren't we putting the title on him? What's going on there? Why is he getting every opportunity and then we're still calling a main event, we're still doing these things? It's because of the writing that they're doing. When you have just bloodline Jey Uso, teaming up with his brother whenever he needs to, maybe going on a couple solo matches here and there. Give him the IC title. Give him
Yeah,
something like that. Put him up against Penta. Let's see them roll for a little bit.
yeah.
Let's see what story they can cook up, because it's you got two guys who are very dedicated to their family, their heritage, going up against each other. I mean, why not?
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think there's a lot of situations there that you can put into play that it's going to make Jey Uso work really, really well, but it doesn't have to have the title.
No.
He doesn't have to, he just doesn't have to have it. But in the time that he had the title, yes, I do think that he was transitional. But let's move on because there's other things I want to talk about here in the show. And SmackDown's going down. I don't think we got a chance to talk about this. Maybe we did, but that video that floated around of the altercation between Gunther and Nick Aldis backstage. We might have brought it up, but we didn't jump like really deep into it. And when I say that, I say that WWE has announced that both Nick Aldis and Gunther, they've been sent home. And from what I understand, Adam Pearce is now going to be general manager of Raw and interim general manager of SmackDown. I'm telling you, they've got. Why do this if you're not gonna do Gunther and Nick Aldis at SummerSlam? You just if you don't do it, what did we do any of that for? Because I'm telling you that backstage like little back and forth shoving match they had, it was riveting.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Well, because you got two workers who can do some good acting.
Yeah.
Gunther plays the goon perfectly.
Oh, he does. He's
He's
a
just a
dick.
big goon, and Aldis, he's still got some chops left in him. He's still got one to go. But House, you asked that question. What if we're doing this? Why wouldn't we do this at SummerSlam? Hey House, if we put Oba Femi in the King of the Ring, why wouldn't we have him go after
Uh,
the title at SummerSlam? I
Good
mean, it's
point.
not like we said that that's what's going to happen to anybody who wins the King of the Ring. But
You're
we'll
right.
move past
Jesus.
that. We'll go forward, and maybe they didn't think. Maybe when they hit the AI prompt, it wasn't set up properly, and they didn't
Maybe,
see
maybe,
that.
maybe they didn't say the right sentence to get it to go to where they wanted it to go.
Maybe there's a lot of maybes in there, but I think they are going to go with it. It's been built up long enough. Gunther doesn't seem to be one of those characters that they put in go nowhere storylines. And if you're going to pull the trigger, this is the time to pull the trigger. So I hope they go with this. But I can see where some people are skeptical.
Yeah, I think you're right. As far as like the WWE still will still play in our face, man. They're still playing our face and be like, "Hey, we're going here," and then go in a completely different direction. All I'm saying is that that backstage altercation has got everybody in wrestling circles talking. I mean, in all, not just in your house circles, I mean, different wrestling circles and different spaces are talking about that altercation. And this is what we were talking about. Hell, CVV talked about it today on his Friday podcast. A lot of people thought that they was going to go double duty with Oba and then, WWE went in a completely different direction. I think sometimes WWE likes to fake themselves out and be like, "Hey, we're you. It's too obvious. You guys are all talking about it on podcast and on message boards and everything. So because we see that you guys think this is gonna happen, we're gonna do something different just because." Why not? Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
But I don't like if you see this or hear this, don't just do Aldis versus Gunther.
Yeah, let's see it.
Let's see it. Why not? Like Aldis is still in great shape. He can still work. He's a one of the former longest reigning NWA World Heavyweight Champions of all time. Had great runs in TNA as a former TNA champion. Like if we're gonna let Nick Aldis go out with one more match, which from what I understand, he said he'd like to have a retirement match, this is a great time to do it
And a great
against a
guy.
great opponent.
Yeah, a great opponent to have do a retirement match. I mean, come on, why not?
Let's do it. I'm down with that. So yeah, I'm definitely I just don't play around with it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's make it part of what's looking like is going to be a great SummerSlam card. And listen, we're about to take a break. We're about to pay some bills real quick. But then when we do come back, I'm talking about that SummerSlam card with message boards. I was looking around. I've happened to find some information of what was supposed to be the SummerSlam card. We're gonna break down the mock SummerSlam card, which should have been me and Voice. We're gonna talk about it on the other side of this break.
Hello, everyone. It's the Pope Elijah Burke, founder and president of the Love Alive charity. I wanted to take this brief moment to share with you my charity's continued humanitarian efforts to positively impact the impoverished communities in and around the greater Jacksonville area. This cannot be possible without your support. If you'd be so kind, please take a moment to visit our website, love-alive.org, to learn more about the charity and its mission. Also, feel free to donate to our 501c3 organization that operates off of the donation of the public, which is you. Whether that be by website or via Cash App, $1 help makes a difference in the lives of others as we continue to positively influence many people by being the change that we wish to see in the world.
Welcome to the Brainbuster T-shirt website where your favorite podcast team in your house lives. Look at all these fantastic options you have.
If you want that sweet hype, we got it. You want to be divinely designed at yours. Have you lost your voice? We have all that voice merch for you. Are you just a part of the household? We got that too. Brainbuster Tees is where IYH live. Brainbuster Tees is where IYH live.
Hey guys, it's the executive producer of the In Your House podcast, Alakan the Con Man House, here to tell you on this commercial break to like and subscribe to In Your House on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook at the In Your House Wrestling Podcast. Subscribe on Twitch at Team IYH. And remember to follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And leave a review and 5-star rating. We thank you for your continued support. It all helps for us to stay charted and continue to give you that work.
Hey guys, welcome back to In Your House. And of course, I'm hanging out with the voice, Josh Joseph. And we're doing a Friday night run-in, y'all, for our 7th show in a row in 7 days. So we're putting in that work, and a lot of that work is thanks to our sponsor, Goalie Nutrition. You guys can go to goalie.com and enter promo code IYH at checkout and get 10% off on their ashwagandha gummies, on their apple cider vinegar gummies, on their Matcha Mind gummies. Let them know In Your House sent you, and check out everything we're doing on Facebook Live, on, of course, YouTube, on Twitch, and also when we're done with it, it's going to be on Apple Podcasts and Spotify for you guys to listen to. So there that is right now. So one of the biggest things, and we're going to break this down, keep this tight, is the rumored SummerSlam card came out. And this is interesting because they prefixed it. Everything that I've seen is prefixed it with, this was the card before Rhea Ripley's injury. So I feel like in the coming weeks, we're going to learn a little bit more about what this injury is and the severity of it. Because the way they're kind of keeping it close to her chest is making me feel like it's kind of serious.
I think so, man.
Yeah, I think that this Rhea injury might kind of be serious. But this was the planned SummerSlam card before Rhea Ripley's injury, as it were. This was penciled in. Once again, guys, these are not my opinions. These aren't voices match opinions or anything like this. This is what was penciled in. The card is always subject to change, but this is what was rumored and planned until it wasn't. So I'll go through the bottom of the card from the matches here. So it looks like it was going to be, or it could still be this. Once again, this is planned. Paige and Brie Bella versus Fallon Henley and Laney Reed of, what are they? The Toxic Attraction? What the hell are they? Fatal Influence. There it is. Toxic Attraction was something else. Fatal Influence. Fatal Influence for the women's tag team champions. The rumor is, or the plan card, Gunther versus Royce Keys. So we just talked about Gunther versus Aldis. Wasn't even that's not even on the rumored card. It's Royce Keys. Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes for the U.S. title, which is something we've talked about for weeks. We talked about it for weeks. Charlotte Flair versus Jade Cargill, another match that we talked about. That's probably going to happen. We've talked about it for weeks. We already know Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar in Hell in a Cell. That's been confirmed. Liv Morgan versus Io Sky for the Women's World Championship. That's been confirmed. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. That's been confirmed. And Rhea Ripley versus either Alexa Bliss or JC Jane for the WWE Women's Championship. So JC Jane, the leader of Fatal Influence. And then finally, Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk for the WWE Championship. Sami Zayn not even involved at all. So that was the plan card. Obviously, it's different now. But what do you think about that, voice?
That's a wild card. Gunther versus Royce Keys, huh?
How did we get
The
there?
How do we get there? I mean, you only have what's that? Four,
Only
four
down to
Monday
4
Night
weeks?
Raws.
Yeah.
So that'd be a stretch, but I guess we could get there. That
We could. Let's
you
say
could
he
be,
does a thing where maybe Royce Keys is maybe sticking up for GM or something like that. I don't know.
yeah. I maybe,
I
maybe
don't
I
want to see that because Nick Aldis can stand up for himself.
yeah. I would prefer to see Nick have his retirement match, in which he even said he wants. So let's 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 go that route. I the women's tag team, I can see that one. I'm okay there.
I'm okay with that because I think those ladies need the titles. Them being the fatal influence because they've already broken out on the scene really well on SmackDown and giving them those women's tag team championships would not only be great for them, but it'd be great for the titles.
Yeah, I agree 100% on that one. The one I'm miffed is the Rhea match. How do we
Yeah.
get to? I just don't see Alexa Bliss.
I think I'd be more okay with JC Jane.
Yeah, that's. But even then, I'm wondering, well, who who wasn't available? Like, what? Because JC, why are we not giving her the women's IC yet?
Let me say this: Rhea Ripley versus JC Jane. Okay,
Okay,
Charlotte Flair versus Jade Cargill. Which match feels bigger?
the Jade Cargill Charlotte Flair match.
No title on the line.
I know, but
Feels bigger.
that's why I'm saying, why are we not having like I I can see JC getting the title in some point, but not now.
Hell, I listen. I'd be okay. Obviously, they're not gonna do this, but I'd be okay with like we've got EO tied up with Liv Morgan. Obviously, why not just mesh it all together and do and do Rhea Ripley. Let's say Rhea Ripley's gonna wrestle. Let's just
Okay.
for a second say she's gonna wrestle. Rhea Ripley versus JC Jane versus Charlotte Flair versus Jade Cargill in a fatal four-way for the women's championship.
I like it.
Either JC Jane would be there to be the one to get the pin because the other three women are so strong, or you could just shock everybody and have JC Jane just win.
I mean, you could. You definitely could.
A lot of ways you can go with a fatal four-way like that.
Yeah, and Landon, happy 4th of July to you too. Early 4th of July. Thank you
Happy
for
4th
stopping
of
in.
July Eve.
Fighting's one, you didn't miss a thing, you rascal. You
Who
just
was in
stayed.
who was in that stable fightings? Tell me right now. You tell
Um,
me fightings. Don't
I
you
like.
dare go to Wiki.
I think our fans would agree in the names that we're doing, and if we're doing Rhea, let's just say she's wrestling for a match like that. Why not a fatal four? Like, I think we can all agree that JC is going to be a world champion
Oh
one
gosh.
day.
She is.
But if you have Rhea, a healthy Rhea, I don't think you make that. I don't think you have her be the one to take it off Rhea.
At this point, like, let's take let's take all the other cards off the table. So we're taking Brie Bella and Paige off the table. We're taking well, I don't know. They didn't mention Tiffany Stratton on that card.
Yeah,
At
she's
least
not anywhere on that card.
so Tiffany's still on the table. So we're taking Charlotte Flair and Jade Cargill off the table. We're taking JC Jane and Alexa Bliss off the table. So we don't got Paige, Brie Bella, no JC Jane, no Alexa Bliss, no Charlotte, no Jade Cargill. Who are you putting up against Rhea that feels like a big SummerSlam match? You could say Tiffany Stratton, but that almost feels like a cop out. I'm not saying Rhea versus Tiffany wouldn't be great. That's a SummerSlam match. But is there anybody else that you think could hold that
Against Rhea,
against Rhea that is going to prop this match up as a high caliber SummerSlam match? Because we both just said that Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair feels like a bigger match. So how do we get Rhea Ripley versus question marks for the World Heavyweight Championship to feel bigger than Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair? Who do you put there?
I got two names, and they may be just my personal ones, but I hope other people out there chime in with this. Lash Legend,
Okay.
because
Okay, I like that name.
we liked what we've seen when she's in like a Royal Rumble. We liked the way she moves with the more Amazon women, the bigger women that are muscular. I like how she operates in a match, and I think she could hype it up. But again, I feel like maybe that's a personal favorite. I don't. Maybe she's not at those extra levels that maybe everybody else isn't seeing that. I don't know.
Sure.
And
Can I?
also
Oh,
Mi
go
Chin.
give that. Who? Oh,
Oh,
Mi Chin. Okay, Mi Chin.
sorry.
Mi Chin. I like that. You said Mi
Yeah.
Chin.
Yeah, Mi Chin too. But again, I feel like that might be a personal favorite. But I feel like she gives you that. You remember Shotzi's energy she gave for a big match?
Yeah.
I feel that Mi Chin can also give that in those types of things.
Yeah, I like Mi Chin. Mi Chin, to me, in my mindset, if I were booking a promotion, Mi Chin would be my Bailey. And I'm not saying like character wise, not in that way, but I mean like Swiss Army knife wise. Like if I need Mi Chin to be a world champion, she could slide into that. If I need her to be a mid card champion, she could slide into that. If I need her to be a tag team champion, she could slide into that. That's how I would roll it with her. Um, I got some thoughts here as far as some names, not personal favorites, but just based on what I think could prop this up, and I'll get your thoughts on it. But before we do that, let's hit the chat. It's a new chatter here. It's Camiverse. And he says, yo, and he also says, Josh, you gotta be kidding me. You look more off James Storm. So is he saying that you look like James Storm?
I think he's saying I look like an more off James Storm. Like
Okay, I mean,
James Storm's looks off to him, and
okay,
I
so he's
look
more
more
off. You
off.
look more off than James Storm, who already looks off.
I guess. I guess. I mean, I thank you for the engagement.
Hey, and he says maybe it'll be an open challenge at SummerSlam. I like his idea about Naomi returning. I just don't see it happening so close after having a kid. I don't see the ones I'm going to name happening either. But once again, these are not personal favorites. Voice went more off personal favorites, which is fine, no problem. But I'm thinking of how do we even try? How do we even try to get Rhea Ripley versus whoever? So I also meant to say Liv Morgan and Io Sky's off the table too. Obviously, I think we all understand that.
Yeah.
So what if we did a healthy Rhea Ripley versus AJ Lee? Now, I'm not basing this off of personal favorite. I'm basing this off of what other name could be with Rhea Ripley that's going to make this feel big. Now, I think if you're a longtime listener, you know my personal feelings about AJ Lee's last run. Didn't love it. Thought it was awful. But I'm just going off of name recognition. Rhea Ripley versus AJ Lee, SummerSlam, Women's Championship. How's that move the needle for you? Does it?
I mean, it does because it would be a shock. AJ Lee coming back. Um, but we are about to do a Monday Night Raw in Chicago, aren't we? Isn't that the
True.
next? And
Yep.
it's rumored that CM Punk will be making his return there.
Yep.
Don't know if it's true. If she would be interested in a redemption run from some of her fans
Yeah.
who were really excited about her coming back and then became highly disappointed, which
Yeah.
I was one of them. It would be that would be a shock and awe. Now that would be something that would probably move the needle if we had a healthy Rhea.
If we had a healthy, yeah.
Um, and yeah, like Cam's saying here, they only have 1 month to build that match too, especially if she shows up on Monday Night Raw. And
Okay. Okay.
and this is under all the assumption that Rhea's healthy.
Right. Of course. Of course. Okay. Let's move on from AJ Lee. Let's. What about Rhea Ripley and a returning Stephanie Vaquer? Women's Championship, SummerSlam worthy.
Before we go answer this, explain to Cam what we're doing, because I think they're a little confused on what we're doing.
So basically, what we're doing is we are taking names, trying to find a SummerSlam opponent for Rhea Ripley. It'll be before the show, not returning at SummerSlam, but prior to the show to put on the marquee that feels as big or bigger than Io Sky versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship or Charlotte Flair versus Jade Cargill. Both those matches feel pretty big. Who's Rhea Ripley's opponent going to be that's going to feel as big? I've already thrown out AJ Lee. Now I'm throwing out Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah, and this is all based off of a SummerSlam card that House found that they were saying this was penciled in before Rhea was injured.
Yeah.
Um, so that would move the needle.
You think Stephanie Vaquer would?
I think so, especially of how she was taken out.
Yeah.
So I think if you get a Stephanie Vaquer and Cam, I'm sorry, you're saying you're a she. I'm sorry. Um,
But thanks for following us. Shoot, we
yes, thank
appreciate it.
you. I think she moves the needle. I think because she had a bit of a following. Well, I know we talked about some of the things that maybe they need to work on with her and to get her to a better positioning. But I think Stephanie would move that needle because if when the next time we see her, I have a feeling that we're going to have an evolution of Stephanie Valkyr that everybody's going to be able to digest. And she is going to be one of the biggest names in the women's division with this next run.
Yeah, I think we've talked about it on this show before, Voice. We talked about it with Roman Reigns. We talked about it with the Death Riders when we had that conversation. And when I say that, I'm talking about a tweak. And I want to, with Stephanie Vaquer, I want to bring that up. I think Stephanie Vaquer is a tweak away from being a megastar.
And that's exactly why I said that, because I know that's where you're at with her, because we talked about it on that last run. There was something about it that wasn't connecting. But we said once they figure that out and she figures that out, it's just a small tweak, and then boom, she's going to be huge, and she will be. And I honestly, I think it's as simple as being able to fluently go in and out of her native tongue
Yeah.
and into English. Once she is able to do that and bring that emotion she has when she speaks her native tongue to the English side of it, I think her connection is going to go over completely.
Yeah, she's definitely going to be a huge star. I agree, and it looks
100%.
like Camaverse agrees too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like what Camaverse is saying here. All right, I got one last name for you, and then we'll move on. Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez for the women's championship.
See, now that's another personal favorite of mine. I think that would move needles. I think because not only are you giving Raquel that opportunity, but you're also creating that division with Liv naturally, just because Raquel's getting that opportunity.
Yep.
There's that, no matter, even if Liv completely rolls over, EO gets that 1, 2, 3, has that win. If Raquel gets that win, gets that title, she's naturally jealous. She's naturally trying to say she's a better champion. She's doing
Yeah.
those things, and I think that plays in like really well to the overall story. So for me personally, that's a big needle mover. I like that.
Yeah, I like the idea of Raquel Rodriguez, and thank you, Camaverse. I appreciate that. But I like the idea of Raquel Rodriguez. I like those three names. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, voice. I like those three names better than what WWE had booked for Rhea if if she's ready for the spot. And yes, we've I'm telling you, Cameraverse, we have been gushing about Raquel Rodriguez for probably a year now.
100%.
Her progression has been great. She's had like one title opportunity in like the last 6 months, and she lost it. She didn't win, but man, watching her progress, Raquel Rodriguez, I love watching her work. I love watching her
I
work.
know.
She works really well against women that are smaller than her.
Yeah. And she's so good that even their comparison to her being like Kevin Nash and her nickname Big Sexy, I can forego that. Huge no Kevin Nash fan here. Not
She
not a
works.
fan.
She works better than Kevin
She
Nash.
does, and she can hit. Look, the way she is on cam on the backstage stuff, she makes me believe she's a big, and I'm going to say big man when it comes to those type of segments, because the
Yeah.
way she just delivers, how she's pissed off, that whole shit, the last time we seen her back there when Liv was going off about everybody needs to protect her when JD's fucking electrocuted, like, it was masterful the way she looked. I thought Raquel is the MVP of the most improved wrestler this year.
She's so good. She's so good. I like this question here from OG Tony.
Let me
And his
pull it up.
question is, what if Rhea can't go? What do they do? It's a good question because, like, if we don't, there's a different ways you can go with it, but the window of opportunity is shrinking because the more we don't know, if at this point, OG, voice, Camaverse, at this point, we need to start figuring out and putting into the public knowledge what's going on with Rhea sooner rather than later.
Oh yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
We need to know. And even if you guys don't know what you're gonna do, you guys either gotta get with the doctors and say, hey, she's gonna be good to go, she's gonna be cleared, or she's not gonna be cleared, and we need to start figuring out what's gonna happen. Because the show, we're about to wrap this up and call this a great episode, but the SmackDown that's going on right now, let's call a spade a spade. It's been taped.
Yeah.
So the results are already out, and we don't really know an answer what's happening with Rhea next. Even past that.
Yeah. It's getting crunch time. We need to know.
We gotta figure it out.
There's stories we can push through.
We can do a I don't know if we want to do a tournament just coming off a tournament season. So another tournament, especially in that sort of time, probably won't be a good idea. But like, God, just do something like do maybe matches to qualify for a fatal four way at SummerSlam for the vacated women's championship. You gotta do something. Cause if we don't know what Rhea's doing right now, it's that window is closed. That window is closing and we got to figure it out for sure. So yeah, it really is when you look at what they had set up and you look at the WWE championship picture, as far as the championship, Punk and Cody, you gotta ask. It makes you ask. I don't want to get too far back on the Sammy stuff because I feel like we already did a great job of that, covering that on the first half of the episode. But it makes you wonder if Punk and Cody is the plan. It does kind of tie back into our conversation earlier about how long Sammy's going to win that title. Whether I like the conversation or not, I'm talking for the sake of content. When I'm looking at this planned SummerSlam card and it says Punk versus Rhodes, but Sammy's holding the title, it makes you think, what's going to happen?
It does make you think that, especially with everything that we've seen. And I said I believe it was Tony or Kevin, but I don't want to. I don't want to think that they did it this way, but maybe they did, and maybe it's good. But they just gave it to him because of the fans they were in front of, and if that's what they did, that's fine. But for me as a fan, that kind of takes away the shine of that title, that championship. You know what I mean? Because then it's almost like, well, we can just put this on whoever we want because their fan base is going to be happy about it. Well, people are buying and tuning into this. Like there's more than just the people that paid the tickets to
Yeah.
see it. But again, I don't know what they're writing. I don't know what they're setting up. And maybe it was if they do that and Cody wins this title off Sammy, I think then maybe Sammy is that transitional champion.
That's going to be what is, because here's the thing. We don't know what a transitional champion is until it's over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can't say Sammy's transitional until we see what the run holds.
100%. Yeah. You're right, House, and I feel like a fool trying, because I want to enjoy the Sammy run.
Me
Whatever
too.
it may be.
Me too. I want to enjoy the Sammy run too, but when I have him on SmackDown right now holding up the WWE Championship, but then I have a planned card here, and this is all rumors, guys. I'm not saying that this rumored card is not me saying this is what the card is. This is me and Voice discussing it. It's for content purposes. But when I have Sami Zayn on my TV holding up the WWE Championship, but I'm looking at a rumored planned card that doesn't have him in the WWE Championship match, I'm asking questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where but you know what? It's a really interesting time to be watching, honestly. to wrap this, to put a whole little bow on this whole whatever this Friday night run-in is or supposed to be or whatever. We hope you guys enjoyed it, but to put a bow on this, I got to tell you, I enjoy the fact that I don't know what's around the corner.
I do too.
I like it. I like the fact that Sami Zayn is WWE champion, but will he be champion going into SummerSlam? We get we get so locked into wanting to know everything that it's like, hey, let's just have fun with not knowing.
Yeah.
Like Daniel Garcia said, where is the plan? It's up in the air.
Dude,
But it's not for us to know.
AEW took us on a wild
They
run
took
with
us
Darby.
on a wild ride. I loved it.
Yeah, and
I'm okay with WWE doing the same thing, maybe in a WWE more way. I don't think we're gonna see a like a Darby Allin run from Sami Zayn where he's defending the WWE Championship every single week or twice a week. I don't see that. That'd be amazing, but I don't see them doing it. But like, I'm excited for this. They took a swing. It's fun. It's fun. Coming out of an era where people were holding titles for 600 days, 500 days, over 1,300 days. It's kind of fun that things are a little bit dicey right now. Who's going to be the champion in 2 weeks? I don't know. Who's going to be the champion at SummerSlam? I don't know.
couldn't tell you.
I'm okay with that. That's why it's fun. We got Camiverse in the chat saying, "Do you guys believe it to be 2 months ago he had a feud with the Gingerbread Man and now he's a company champ?" It's just, do you guys believe it? No, I can't believe it, Camiverse. I'll say this. I said this on a show a few weeks ago that this current Sami Zayn run is one that needs to absolutely be studied because he went from fooling around with Trick Williams. He was supposed to be the babyface in the Trick Williams run. That didn't happen because everybody loved Trick Williams. He ended up being the heel. And then he ended up being like some kind of crazy psychotic narcissist where he's having conversations with a mute named Johnny Gargano in the background.
Yeah.
In backstage areas and backstage segments, and it's like, whoa, they've got him fighting with gingerbread men. They've got him doing stupid backstage segments with Johnny Gargano where he's essentially talking to himself. I'm not sure Sami Zayn's ever been this far away from the WWE Championship. And then he wins the damn thing.
Yeah.
What are we doing? I love it.
Yeah, it's
different.
It's that magic. Look over here because you don't want to see what this hand's doing. And they pulled it off perfectly. I say, I want to just enjoy the run that he has. But again, the way they're booking it, the way they're putting things out there, it makes me believe they're just gonna drop him. And I don't want that to happen to Sammy because I think he is very interesting. And in this day and age, if AEW swinging with Darby Allin and then in that showing us that Darby can actually wrestle, okay, so show us that Sammy can actually carry a title that a lot of people are trying to go after, and you took it off two of the biggest names. I mean, the times I remember that they have a decent run, but it's nothing big.
Yeah, and here's the thing, bro. Like, they took a crazy swing, and they kind of did the same thing. When was it? Back in January or February when Drew McIntyre won the WWE Championship on an episode of SmackDown.
True. Yeah.
So they did it and they took a chance on it. They did the same thing here with Sammy, this close to SummerSlam. And it's going to be interesting to see. I think that what we do get analytical on wrestling for sure because that's what we're supposed to do. It's our job, guys. Like, that's what we do. But, like, when it gets to times like this, when it gets to times like El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano, when it gets to times like Darby Allin winning the AEW championship and having one of the best runs in the company in such a short amount of time. We got to learn as analytical. Even I'm talking about myself too. I'm talking me. It's my job to get analytical about wrestling. Like this is literally what we like get money to do.
Yeah.
But I want to just put it out there and be like, if we can't stop and enjoy moments like Mask versus Mask, like Darby Allin's title reign, like Sami Zayn winning the title, if we can't just take off that analytical scope for a minute and just be like, you know what? This is wrestling. This is magic. This was me being in my mid 20s and watching Bryan Danielson grind in Ring of Honor, and then WrestleMania 30 watching him become the WWE champion. This is being in my early 20s and watching CM Punk sit down there and give a pipe bomb promo.
Yeah.
This is WrestleMania 25 watching one of my favorite matches of all time, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. This is me being a kid in 2008 and taking my girlfriend, who would eventually be my wife, to 2008 SummerSlam, where I saw my one and only Undertaker match in a Hell in a Cell and met who would become one of my best friends in Elijah Burke. I never imagined that I'd be saying that sentence. We got to be able to take those analytical glasses off every now and again and just enjoy the beauty of wrestling.
100%. We talk about it all the time when some of our favorites get those moments and have those moments. Like we do discuss this stuff because we do enjoy it, but we also need to understand that those moments are few and far between. I mean, House, we talk about it all the time. If one man was still alive today, I mean, imagine how many episodes I'd have under my belt, how
Yeah.
many stories I would have sitting here talking. Like
Yep.
me and you would be like back in high school, like hanging out at each other's house, man. Like, hey, dude, check it out. Listen to this story that he just told me.
Exactly.
So I understand and value what you're saying on this, and this is the Sammy run that we're getting, no matter how long it's going to be. I think it's going to be something special. I'm like I said at the beginning, he was already doing amazing things with it, being taking us 5 minutes and running with it. And real quick, Daniel Garcia, I want to say this. This is just a thought in my head. Every time that you hear us talk, you take a big, long hit off an opium pipe and you give us some magical thought you've had with the
I
way you
love
push
I
things.
love
Like,
Daniel Garcia, man.
Daniel Garcia is one of my favorite chatters
He's
of all
one of the
time.
best, man.
Yeah. So, and saying all of this, the wrestling has brought fans like you, Daniel, to us. Uh, Cam, you're a new one out there, and you can already see that you're enjoying what you're seeing.
We're
So,
happy you're enjoying yourself too. We truly are.
yes, and this is just a random show for us. Normally don't do a Friday show, but wrestling is the key denominator in all of that. So you got to absolutely love it.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, I'm telling you, I absolutely loved this Friday running that we did. Had some great interactions in the chat, got some love for some new chatters, and hopefully we can get Camverse to join us on some more episodes. But listen, we're going to cut out of here. Call this a really great episode here on the eve of America's 250th birthday. On that note, we're going to slide out of here. Voice, where can they catch you? And everything that you're doing.
All right, fans. So if you want to come and hang out and see what the voice has to say, well, guess what? On Tuesdays, you can hang out with me and Kevin Calloway where we talk. That's right, Monday Night Raw. It's at 6 p.m. where me and Kevin, we review Monday Night Raw. Whatever you watched from Monday night, why don't you stop in on a Tuesday and talk to me and Kevin about it? Because the Chaos Goblin knows far more than I do about the holds, all those things. I'm learning though. I'm learning under that tree. If you like WCW, well, I do. House does.
Oh yeah.
Well, we put it together and we said, why don't we do a show about watching it? It's the WCW Watch Along on a Wednesday. It's with me and House, and that's what we do. We watch WCW. We just sat back and watched it, our first singles match on WCW, and it was Arn Anderson versus Macho Man on a Saturday night main event for the WCW TV title.
Yes.
It was actually a really good match,
It
guys.
was a
You
fun
should go,
match.
you should go check it out because it really highlights how Arn Anderson used to wrestle back in the day and why they call him the Enforcer. Fans, outside of that one, because that's at 6 p.m. on a Wednesday where me and House do WCW type things, you could come and join us on a Thursday. Well, what's that one? That's the AEW Dynamite, Dynamite, Dynamite. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Dynamite Review Show with me, House, and OG Tony, where we talk, well, AEW Dynamite. We give you a lot of insights on that one. Fans, you drive the show on that one. You guys really spark the interest when we talk things like that. It's a fun time. It's a great time. It's a House, OG, and voice time where we talk AEW Dynamite. We give you what we love, what we loathe, and everything in between. And that's where you guys step in, and that's where, well, the discussions get a little wild over there at the Dynamite Show. But stop in with us at 6 p.m. on a Thursday for the AEW Dynamite Show.
Hey, that is a great show. And all the work that we're doing here at In Your House, gotta love it. I know I do. And the interactions that we're getting here are great. I mean, from new fans, we have Canvaverse asking if we have a Discord, and yes, we do. Now we're getting that Discord. It's something that we started a while ago, and we're trying to pump it back up again. But we'll definitely get you a link to get you in there because we do have interactions there. Sometimes we have exclusive content that does go in that Discord. So you do have to be there to check it out. And we just dropped a link in there on our YouTube. So if you can check it out, I think Camiverse might be on Twitch. So if we could drop it on Twitch, that'd be great. But yeah, we have one there too. For sure, we have a Discord, and we definitely would have you join it and check out everything that we're doing. Now, I have had some great guests in the last few weeks. Most recently, I had former OVW Women's Champion Leela Feist. The Divine Drama, she came on the show. That's now available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify for your consumption. And if you be so gracious, Camiverse, Daniel Garcia, anybody out there, head on over to Apple Podcasts and Spotify and give us a 5-star rating and a review. It all helps us to stay charted. And you're going to see us have some great interviews there on the podcast version. You'll see us have conversations with Bill Alfonso if you go back into the catalog. We've had conversations with Sabu if you go back into the catalog. We just had Sean Ross Sapp just a few months ago in the catalog. So a lot of different things that we do here at In Your House. If you go back, you can check out some of our episodes from the Squared Circle Expo. A lot of great stuff came from that. We do a lot of things here. We love wrestling. We love creating content. And everything. I mean, July 11th, I'm going to be having a UFC watch along. Hoping to get Gonzo from Gonzo Sports Room, Gonzo Wrestling Room to come on and be part of that with me. We got that going, and man, I've had a lot of wrestlers hit me up in the last few weeks, and they're looking for an In Your House interview. So I guess the interview series is continuing, y'all. We're going to keep going with the interview series for a little bit. I thought we were shelving it, but man, these guests that came knocking on my door are too great to not put out there. I mean, they're just not. So I have names for you guys a little bit closer to the time that I get those cemented. I'm working tirelessly, guys. I promise that I am. We've given you guys 7 shows in a row. We're going to take the holiday off, and then we'll be back on Sunday with the Sunday house party. talking about more wrestling, man. Just ride with us, Canvaverse. We appreciate you joining us because it's all part of the work. And that's HOWSE, and the W stands for work. So for our amazing chatters out there, for the voice, Josh Joseph, and of course the whole team here at In Your House, I'm Malakan the Con Man House, here to remind you to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to hop on this bandwagon, get on or get gone, because the household is still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Happy birthday, America. We'll see you Sunday. Peace.
Yeah. In your house with Okan. Hey, Okan in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Josh Joseph standing on his decisions.